And welcome to Astrology and Alchemy. There might that advertise.
I was trying to do my best Night at the Roxbury there.
There might with Paranormal Sarah and Matt. There might be an advertisement, so I never know if to wait a few minutes, to meander, to linger, to loiter, to just kind of do the thing. But there. For those of you joining us in the chat room, whether it is on the Instagram realm or in the paranormal channel or on Autumn Moon, Astrology, Sunday Night Dead, we appreciate you. Hello. It's Astrology and Alchemy with us, your favorite people. 9 p.m. How you doing? How you doing, Matt? How's the treating you?
Oh, we got I didn't realize this was like national news, but other people have been messaging me now. So we got a fertilizer plant that could blow up like pretty close to me. So if you hear a big boom or if my windows break, that's what's going on there.
That's him blowing up.
Yeah, got two cars that have broken down and went in the shop yesterday. One that needs like massive amounts of repairs. So I'm having like random dizzy spells. So yeah, it's been quite a day.
New moon.
I was telling Sarah before we started this that I'm either going to be, I'm feeling so wonky that I'm either going to be in the zone and be really on tonight because I'm like really channeling the outer realms, or I'm going to be really, really way off and just.
Right. It's that crazy, crazy air magic. We had said last week, be ready for it. Expect the unexpected. Know that shift in the new moon, that's no light outside. That's, look out. Shit be out there. Don't be doing that. And sure enough, we get a lot of validation on our social media when people will chime in and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you guys talked about this and I predicted this. And a lot of you who are writing it down in your journals, writing it down in the chat room, it comes to fruition. Take that, Philip Experiment. I mean, it does. So it's kind of cool. So we'll take full advantage of you being a little wonky tonight, Matt. No worries. But you guys in the chat room, don't forget Ruth, Brianna, John, Autumn Moon. That's us. I'm just reading. Chime in. Let us know what you think as we go through this week. How have you been? How have things been panning out for you? I'm always adding this. This is always my time to be playing music. We're adding those synchronicities. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to start my music right now.
No, I'm going to do this new thing. I'm going to pull up my list. I'll do music again tonight.
I love to do music, especially if we're in a time of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius, Aquarius. That's like aliens. That's
figure out which playlist I want to do. All right, I'll do my usual one.
Oh, it says welcome back. This is embarrassing because it's one from a long time ago.
Some people may consider that I have a weird taste in music, though, so you're just going to have to deal with me.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Just deal with it.
It's old and kind of off a little bit, so. If I remember right, I think it's Dolly. I think Dolly might like some of my stuff, if I remember right.
I just have to remember what my old life was. This is my, oh no. What am I going to do if I can't get into my Pandora that I've had for 16 years because I have a new phone and I can't remember the old password? What will I do? I won't have a mental breakdown right now.
No,
not on air.
Don't have a mental breakdown.
Oh my God. Ah! Don't do it. It's fine. I'm going to just go to Pandora on my computer where all things are saved. And it's going to be like, we're reading your face. We know it's you. We hear your voice, Sarah. We know all. And then I'll play it. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So you guys, let me know what you're playing. What's playing in your realm? What schizophrenic auditory hallucinations of the analog bandwidth you might be picking up on the old Spotify, because things are being banned here and there.
You don't have any alternate one that you could play off of?
I have one right now. I got it. I found it. My computer will get it. Yeah. Okay, I'm calm now. I'm back. You saw it though. I about had a mental breakdown. What do What do you get for tomorrow? Let's start. Let's do it. Let's just delve right in. Are you guys ready?
So we're doing, yeah, okay. We
Let's do
doing
Tuesday.
aspects first or songs first?
I just like talking about it and then seeing. I've played the song already, so I already feel like very inspirational. But then again, I've already written down what the aspects are too. So we're just going to see where it goes.
I'm hoping the
Tuesday.
aspects don't indicate that this like plant's going to blow up. Is my first
It
thing,
might. It might.
and I hope the aspects don't make that my broken down cards are going to be even worse than they've already been.
They're
So,
not going to be. Don't
but
do that.
let's see what's. Oh, hang on here. I don't like when it plays two from the same.
Tomorrow,
All right,
guys.
tell me that. Yeah, tell me the thing.
Tuesday, February 2nd. Astrologers everywhere freaking out because it's 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 2. It's a lot of twos. So that's kind of cool. Tuesday, February 2nd, Groundhog's Day. Waxing moon in Pisces. That's what we have to look forward to tomorrow. Waxing moon, phase, the growing moon. The light, the return to the light in Pisces.
Is that it?
That's it. Simple.
Okay, so
What do you think? Because I mean, the moon in Pisces is not actually that simple, but
no, but moon and water and water's never. I always get in trouble when I talk about water. Because it's the one that I don't relate to very well. So yeah, Pisces is the last sign. So I would say it's kind of like deathbed perspective. It's this kind of I think almost like take one for the team. There's almost like this martyr energy to it. It's introspective. It's artsy. It's so I feel this is a very the moon's emotions. I feel this is emotional energy that's going to be very inward focused and very, since it's the last sign, I view it as kind of very wise and kind of just looking back on things. It's got a much longer perspective. Or to say like Aries is like a teenage boy, their time frame's like, a week, not a month. This is like looking the long game and kind of long term on it. But
I wrote telescope.
Yeah. So this is deep introspective emotions.
Depth, measurements, trying to be objective with your vision. The third eye connected to your water. Trying to shoot fish in a barrel. It's not so much knowing what you see, but seeing with the third eye. This is a lot of, I would say, an advanced witchcraft, occult work. Some of the things, Matt, invocation and how people might start with the tetragrammaton, Adonai, Elohim, and be going into why there's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and what that actually means when you break it down. It's not meaning sun in this is in the sun. Sun is in the sun, and then the night. And in the beginning, there was light. Boom, boom, boom. Reflective, to see beyond the seeing. Quite powerful. I really love maybe what do we want to say confession? What song did you get? What song do you have?
Yeah, I got a weird. Well, I get this. This comes to the deathbed perspective one, and this is an odd. As I said, I have kind of eclectic bands on my list. This is Tempest Fugit. So from the Grandfather Clock, Time Flies by Yes. So again, kind of the whole.
Yes.
Yeah. So the whole deathbed perspective thing. I'd say time
It's
flies.
kind of a random.
Or there's a phrase, if some people know it, Tempest Fugit Memento Mori. Time flies, remember death.
I can't believe that you would say that.
So again, it's that end perspective.
Well, I think of how I just secured, in this year for my goals this year, I really want to get a few more tattoos. I've not been able to. Usually, I like to get some, frequently, and I haven't been able to with the pandemic. And I had put Memento Mori, the old cemetery saying, Memento Mori, to remember that you die or to remember that you're alive. So the whole time flies, remember death. I just find that weird.
So I see the connection here on the Pisces because Pisces is at the end. And then I see out of the three waters, Cancer is very security related. And then Scorpio's got that intensity. And then I feel Pisces is more because that kind of, which I say still that kind of martyr energy. It's kind of like I'm at the end. It's not so much. It's emotional, but it's more like I'm more willing to sacrifice. The Cancer is more worried about their security. Scorpio is intense in different things, so they obviously get. Pisces is a little more. I'm willing to, okay, I'm done here, so go ahead. Kind of, it's a little bit more of a sacrificial giving piece.
The song that came on that I played, which was interesting because it was a song I was playing earlier, is the song "The Night We Met" by Lord Huron. Kind of an offbeat song as well, but quite beautiful. And it's about take me back to the night we met because of how things die as time continues. Ah! So like maybe some nostalgia, some hindsight, some long sight. I really love that. I think that's really introspective. Watercolors, art, crying, as far as we talk about organic lunar cycles and how, the lunar or the moon might seem like a small movement, but as far as like female organisms on this planet, this Terra form, if they're menstruating without any, synthetic blocking, then they're either going to be just having finished their menstruation or just starting their menstruation. No. Yeah, just finished or so ovulating. So this is kind of, you'll notice a testosterone increase in masculine entities. There's going to be like a shift in the way patterns move in sociology to organisms and their pyramid. It's interesting to watch that domino effect kind of start. And it starts right there after moon phases. So knowing the moon and water, it's an emotional thing. It's an emotional connection. If you're looking for a Valentine's Day gift and you're planning and plotting and you say, gosh, should I get flowers? Should I get chocolate? Or should I go and get, this person's ashes put under a microscope and then put on a print because it looks like, a universe under a microscope. It's like, oh, do that because that's sentimental. Like, totally do that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's going to be the emotional way. Do the emotional thing in the suggestion of the stars. Make sense? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. You guys, and thank you for chatting. I love all the questions and the additions in the chat room. If you're not in the chat room, shame on you. It's fun. All right, Wednesday.
But we got to remember. I just got to add. We got to remember, and this is the thing.
Oh yeah, our predictions.
It's almost all looking like YouTube. So we're different sources don't see all the chats. So keep that in mind. Depending on what you're seeing this on, you might not see all the chat things. We see them all because we see all. But I just wanted to keep that little reminder out there. That try to keep an eye on the little icon where these are at, because some folks might not see everything depending on what format they're seeing it on.
I love that. A lot of it does seem to be on YouTube, though. Hey, YouTube, how you doing? And Facebook, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. All right, Wednesday. Let's get into it. Get those journals out. Tell us what you think. What are you predicting? What are your divinations and little card pulls over there in your realm telling you, Clarice, on Wednesday, February 3rd? Are you ready? Are you ready for some football?
Thursday, February 3rd or Wednesday, February 2nd?
Wednesday. Oh no. See, look I'm so glad that you caught me. It'll be Wednesday the 2nd. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuesday the 1st.
God.
It's Groundhog Day.
That's right. Gosh, dang it.
So since it's a water sign, I'm going to say it's going to be cloudy and rainy out. So the groundhog does not see his shadow. 4 more weeks of winter. But now what they do with Poxitani, which I don't like it, is they just go with like how the meteorology is going to go, and they just make a prediction, which I think is BS. You should just go whether it's cloudy or whether it's sunny. So I think it's going to be.
Which one is it going to be?
Cloudy and 4 more weeks of winter. Early spring.
Don't do it to me.
Early spring.
So then the moon enters Pisces really on Wednesday. And that's going to be the predominant movement. And then it'll be moving into the next space, and that it's predominantly us coming out of this new moon in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, all of these rules with the waxing moon in Pisces. Oh! And then a waxing moon in Pisces is the big shift for February 2nd. And so knowing that that is the security and the intensity, you're predicting rain, you're predicting more winter. We have, remember,
No,
death.
Groundhog Day. If it's cloudy out, the groundhog doesn't see a shadow, so he comes out of his burrow, which means early spring.
Gosh, that's crazy. He's predicted that the last.
That's what I'm calling.
Is Punxsutawney
Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney, is that fucker accurate?
No, and they're going to go ahead and say it's because it's been a bad winter here, at least in the east. So they're going to say he saw his shadow, because that's what they do. They just try to. They worry more about him being accurate than doing the. Which I know we're kind of veering off, but that was my.
Well, it's important.
That's my prediction. You know, there's not. For me, I'm not as big on. Well, I am. This isn't a moon phase thing. This is a. I don't know. Not a whole lot's hitting me. Maybe it's because I'm feeling wonky today on the Pisces and the moon. So I'm going with the groundhog prediction. That's
your thing, and you're.
I'm making my groundhog prediction that it's going to be in early spring. That's my. I'm not saying what they're going to say. Punxsutawney Phil. They'll say saw a shadow, but I'm saying that it's going to be in early spring.
What do you guys think?
Because I do astrology. You know, this is astrology, alchemy, and meteorology with.
Damn.
Matt.
A few years ago, meteorology was magic. Remember, there was that movie that they did where they were all dancing around, and what's his face was in a hot air balloon, and that was a movie because that was a thing, and people made fun of meteorologists. We still do, and it's considered pseudoscience. It kind of still is, but not really. They're wrong all the time. It's HARP, but let's just be aware. Pamela says, "Man, I call bullshit on Punxsutawney." Punxsutawney?
Oh, the whole thing
What's
is
his name.
The whole thing is Punxsutawney Phil. The whole thing is BS. But
Punxsutawney.
I do it every year here on my little hill. Because we have the house on Haunted Hill here, but it's a zombie. So
Superstitions are real.
Does the zombie see a shadow or not? And then we make our call here, and we're always accurate.
You have a zombie.
We have a zombie here on our. We don't do rodents. We have undead.
Punxsutawney, that's the groundhog, and he comes out with a damn suit and tie, and he's real fat, and he's got a hat on, and they pull him out of a hole that's not even a real hole. They're just taking him out of a cage with a fake hole, and it's so fun to watch that damn thing because he comes out and he sits there, and they're like, "All right, everybody," and there's fake lights, there's fluorescent lights, they're taking his picture. It's just not even real. Anyway. Poor thing.
It's their little bit of excitement. That place is in the middle of freaking nowhere. That's their one excitement. Yeah, it's their little bit of excitement.
We'll give it to them.
Give
it to them.
Let them have their moment.
Let them have it. Okay. So I need to make sure that my days and my dates are right then, because I'm going to have a Virgo meltdown otherwise. So that's Wednesday, February 2nd. That's Groundhog Day. I got to put that on there because we got to remember, be aware. Please don't hit them with your car. Be aware of them. They're telling us the weather. But that would mean that Thursday, February 3rd. Now this is one that's written in purple in my notes because it's important. You know what purple means. Thursday's my favorite day, guys. You know this if you join us every Tuesday. Thursday, February 3rd is a Mercury direct. Mercury finally goes direct. What? Mercury's retrograde? That's the cars, the breaking of the down, the things, the tripping, the falling, the stub toes. Mercury retrograde. So it's going to be direct in Capricorn. Shh, shut your mouth. Shh. Mercury goes direct in Capricorn. When I think Capricorn, I think shh, hush your mouth. Like, it's that big daddy, quiet king, investing in a fruit tree. Like, I don't even know. I get all kinds of wild thoughts when I think of thinking and speaking through King of Earth. What do you get when you think Mercury direct in Capricorn for Thursday?
Well, Capricorn's all climbing mountains, checking boxes, getting crap done. And so now this, where I said this was always miscommunication, where you communicate about what you wanted to get done and it would all get done wrong. Now it's going to go direct, and this is good tailwinds to achieve goals and get crap done.
Get it done efficiently.
Yep, efficient and effective. So I don't know what else. I don't know what else is coming. Are there any other aspects, or is this just that? Is it just direct today?
It's going to be just.
This is clear.
Well, let me see, because there's. Yep, that's all that's happening. But Friday is a clusterfuck. So really, the fact that Mercury goes direct in Capricorn, and that is the primary shift on Thursday, that's really kind of it. I think of speak, command, an oration, invocation. If lately in some advanced work, we've been talking about the difference between whether or not you're doing an oration in Hebrew versus Latin, if it matters what the language, verbal, nonverbal, these rituals. Do you need to do them? Do you not need to do them? Because if you're going into the metaverse to live your life, you need to be aware of what physically actually needs to happen. Otherwise, right, you might be off. You may not actually be doing what you need to be doing. But what do you need to be doing? What really matters? Is it the step left or step right? Because Wiccans will tell you that it's not invoking if you don't stand to the north. It's not praying if you're not doing it to the east. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? That would be something to think about, as Mercury is a direct in Capricorn. And then Friday, February 4th, 2-4-2-2-2 is going to be 3 big movements that happen. Boom, boom, boom. Bing bong.
I think I'm missing stuff in. I don't know. So I apologize, guys. I think I'm missing stuff in chats. I'm seeing like messages here on chats that don't seem to be connecting to anything. So I apologize if I'm not answering to stuff.
Teresa, have you been doing any prepping?
Well, that wasn't the one. It was
prepping?
Is there more than one heaven? Is it better to confront someone on Thursday? Carson,
Yes,
it's better to confront someone Thursday than it is on Wednesday.
Yes. Post Thursday.
I don't mean to be snarky on that, but once Mercury's direct, you're always better off. Now I don't know what's gonna. I never look ahead, so I don't know what's coming up the rest of the week. So Thursday's better than Wednesday for confronting. Right. Shine, if you're talking about prepping for the factory that's on fire, I'm far enough away that like we don't have to evacuate or anything. We'd probably hear it if it blew up.
Whereas prepping for the end of the world, no, I'm not prepping for the end of the world. As we know it, I'll be fine.
I don't know if that's what he was asking, but if people don't know, if you've seen on the news about the
Matt's in the line of fire.
Oklahoma City was like a truck of ammonium nitrate. We have a factory with 600 tons of it that's like on fire, and so they're like evacuating, and it's like downtown. It's not like in a rural area; it's like downtown. So, but I'm in a suburb, so like I said, I'm close enough that we'd probably hear it. But
dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, you're not gonna. It'd probably be enough. Like if it actually would happen, I'd probably it's probably enough that I'd like jump.
Ooh, feel a bump. Feel a little.
I'm hoping it doesn't. I gotta say, I know I don't. Please bear with me here for a second. People on our news threads are just total assholes. There's like people on like social media and news threads like actually like rooting. Is it going to blow yet? Is it like it's going to do like so much.
Really?
And like there's like asshats like making like,
trolls will be trolls in Aquarius,
making jokes about it and like rooting for it to go. And so it's not cool. All right, let's go.
Friday. Friday, February 4th. When
Steph, can't you still feel effects? Yeah, there's that like lag. I'm just saying that compared to Wednesday, Thursday is going to be better.
Always. The more direct Mercury is, the more guidance you have in what you say to be communicated well.
And I feel, this is me, this is World According to Matt, whenever you have that shift, that retrograde shift, I personally feel that the day it shifts, that kind of change in energy gives you a little bit of a kick. So
I tend to
the
notice
day, the
text
day,
messages go through, emails arrive, apologies arrive. Hey, just wanted to follow up with you. Hey, wanted to reach out. Those kinds of things tend to happen on the day that Mercury goes direct, which would be Thursday. So rather than be like, should I call them? I don't know. Should I? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I will, but I don't want to be too direct. But Thursday, they'll get a hold of you if you can wait.
So yes, I feel like once that I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like if you change direction, you initially feel whoa, that like you're gonna have a little bit of that like whoa when it goes back,
Resistance.
and so you have a little bit of that little kick, and so
Oh.
you'll have that like little bump of like really clear communication tomorrow.
Bump, bump, bump. That's the sound of my 15s when they're hitting in my trunk. Hey, that's the song I hear in my mind before I even hear anything in my Pandora. So I've got to put that. That's the Cottonmouth Kings. Bump, bump, bump.
I have an awful one for Mercury.
What is it? What is it?
Killing in the name of Rage Against the Machine.
What? Rage Against the Machine?
Yeah. So
Shit.
you're gonna communicate. Now you're gonna communicate who you're gonna off. I guess. I don't know.
Yes. Rage Against the Machine. What do we feel in predictions for Thursday before we skip to Friday? God, Friday.
Clarity on a lot of these outstanding things that are going on, like maybe some of the outstanding things in Europe, maybe a little bit of clarity where that's going to go, maybe a little bit of outstanding things with some of the disease stuff where that's going to go, maybe some outstanding stuff with some of our political log jams that are going on. So I think just there's going to be a little bit of clarity on Thursday. Something's going to get clarified. Probably more than one thing is going to get clarified, but something will.
Verification is the name of the game.
Since it's in Cap, is it in Cap? Yeah, we said Cap, right? I'm thinking it's going to be like a business or politics thing. So it might not be the Europe thing. It might be more of a something in Washington or some kind of business financial type thing.
Money, crypto, Bitcoin, Elon. Some of the things in that way I think are going to show themselves definitely on Thursday. We'll see. Okay, Friday. It's 9:27 for God's sakes. Friday, February 4th. We've already said 3 things happen. Boom, boom, boom. ABC 1, 2. ABC 1, 2, 3. First thing that happens, Friday, February 4th, we wake up and the moon moves into Aries, into fire. Feelings of passion, feelings of more strong desires to maybe share how you feel. Fire. Give me fuel, give me fire. What do you see when you think of the moon in Aries?
This is all like moon stuff. Moon in Aries. So I hinted on this a little bit that Aries is the first sign. So Aries is screw it, just do it. It's impulsive. It's fire. It's cardinal fire. It's it gets stuff done. It moves. I want to say, and I don't mean this in a bad way, it's just a good way to describe it. It's like the person that talks maybe without a filter. They're just going to say it. I'm just honest. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to do it. I also feel like that impulsiveness, it's like the teenage, I think again, the teenage boy, that time frame is like a week time frame. It's, we got to do it now. There's urgency. It's bam, bam. It's getting things out. So this is an emotional sense of urgency, impulsiveness. So since I do not have Aries energy, I'm wired opposite of this. My advice to everyone is, take some deep breaths and do things before you act, because I tend to be of the camp where impulsive actions get you in trouble. So doesn't mean you don't do it. All I'm just saying is, count to 10 and then still think of, is it a good idea to do it? And my song, I don't know how many people are familiar with this, is The Specials, A Message to Rudy, which is actually a little warning to a kind of a teenager to watch what you're going to do. I like go out and get in trouble. So I actually think it fits. Not saying don't do it, just count to 10, make sure
Count
it's
to
still a
10.
good idea, then do it. Or decide
Well,
to do it.
and my spirit guides who would totally be more Elohim, angelic of the yin kind in this space, that of course it would be Mr. Morrison, Van Morrison. Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. It's a fabulous night to make romance neath the cover of October sky. Which, in my mind, when I'm thinking of a moon dance, not only is it a moon movement, so it's perfect for the words, but I had written down previously for this day, be courageous. Know the word prove. Because Friday is a court day. So the word prove and the neurolinguistic programming of prove and knowing what courage is when going through fire. Think before is key. Love it.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm thinking again because I always think Friday and Saturday entertaining. If you're like a fly on the wall at like a bar or club or something, I see Friday as one of these, bad decision Fridays because people are going to be impulsive, and then you add alcohol or something to it, and people are going to just do crazy impulsive stuff. So not a night for my friends, and I have lots of friends that are in the medical field.
Oh, wait,
This is not a night that well, it's not a full moon at least, but it's not a night to be working in an ER. I have known
ER, social services,
ERs will be
police.
busy Friday night because
Yuck.
the moon's in Aries.
UFC fights, you're going to be blowing your brains there. Ugh.
People putting hands through windows, and there'll be all that kind of crap going on Friday.
Yuck. Here we go. Second movement that night, because that's going to be the people wake up.
Okay. We got a double one. Good.
Oh, 3 things happen on Friday. Boom, boom, boom. That's the morning. People wake up feeling fiery. You know what? I think I'm going to do it. Right around lunchtime, Mars moves. The planet of power and fire and wanting to fucking fight. Mars in Capricorn. Mercury just went direct in Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn with sextile Jupiter and Pisces.
All right. So Jupiter is opportunity. It's a car coming up, door opens, hop on in. We're going Pisces. We already talked a lot about Pisces. So it's that introspective. This is a weird kind of combo. Sextile is kind of removing obstacles. Mars is action. Capricorn is achievement. So you're going to be able to get things done. Jupiter opens doors, and it's for this kind of deep introspect. So this is really interesting. This is a weird one. I actually am seeing this as it's going to be weird with the impulsive moon as well. I see people. This is like a sacrificial energy. This is like people taking one for the team. This is people by, analogy. This is like people like jumping on hand grenades and stuff and just, so they're going to act, they're going to achieve, but it's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this sacrificial thing to achieve some great goal. And so I'm giving for others. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting, this would be a good time to work at a charity or something. You're going to have people like donating stuff to things, and yeah, it'd be very interesting.
Ooh, I like the donation fines.
Yeah, I see this as kind of like I don't mean in a bad way, this sacrificial energy, but I like almost like a selfless kind of, I'm going to achieve by doing something for someone else kind of. I see this as a constructive. When you initially said Mars, I thought this was going to be a very bad type thing. I'm going to just go with that.
Okay. And then if I do any divination of music, I have to pull from that. And I had put previously the difference between selfish and selfless. It sometimes sounds very close. They look very similar. They sound very similar, but they're not. They're ever so slightly different. But the song is the Beatles. The Beatles are so sacred to me. It's the Beatles. Of all the songs, don't let me down. Na, 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 na. Ooh, tell you right now. Right? Don't let me down. Bow, 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 bow.
It's ELO.
Is it ELO?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I'm just looking at the lyrics. Why am I seeing the Beatles? Why am I seeing the Beatles?
Don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
because the
The
Beatles
same.
also did it Don't Let Me Down,
Yeah, but very different.
but very different.
Very, very different.
This is where I'm having a schizophrenic moment, where in my brain I hear different things. Oh, how weird. Okay, so if I was a DJ, I'd be wanting to mix these two songs together. Don't let me down. Let me down. What does that mean? Don't let me down like she does. Nobody loves me like she do. Man, I like the Across the Universe. And then it takes me on a whole like visual of Jupiter and Pisces. Charity by donation. What is learned by trial by fire? Let me down. What song do you get?
No, I didn't get anything that was like relevant.
Oh, what'd you get?
Let me go back.
And then I'll give you the last movement that day.
I'll be anything you want by Oftermar.
Ooh, okay. I'll be anything you want. Okay. Man, this last thing is going to give us the prediction. So hold your breath. Moon enters Aries, Mars in Capricorn, sextile Jupiter in Pisces, and then late in the afternoon, the Sun in Aquarius conjunct Saturn in Aquarius.
So, I've said that, Saturn and Aquarius is a weird combo because Aquarius is kind of the rebel and kind of pushing against the rules, and Saturn is, the rules and the rings, the restrictions. So I interpret this as energy to change rules, not necessarily break rules, but actually change them. And so conjunct is combining. So you get the sun, the kind of outward energy in this rebellious, innovative space, changing rules. So again, I'm going to combine all three of these and say this could even get into I'm willing to change structures. I'm willing to change rules. I'm willing to change things that maybe work against my self-interest, but I think go for the greater good. I'd look for some kind of policy thing maybe on Friday that some people will be like screaming, going, "Are you crazy? That's going to hurt us." And so that's what I.
This is weird because in my meditations I had written, what is, in a lot of language, I was going to stutter there. My brain starts moving too quick. In a lot of cultures, the original deity, their highest lord, their highest principle, is unspeakable. It's so holy, it's unspeakable. The four consonants are too holy to pronounce. So you're not saying Yahweh, you're not saying God, you're not saying Bondi because it's too holy to be spoken. So you do something else to nod to that energy. I'm wondering, I had written, what is too holy to speak of? That Saturn in Aquarius, the Sun in Aquarius, the like gravitational, what is too bright? What's the beginning? In the beginning, there was light. So seeing kind of that questioning, air magic, Aquarius. Air asks us, how do you know that? How do you know what you know? Who told you that? And then you got that in Saturn saying, well, how do you know that? And the Sun, it just says, I know because I'm the beginning and everything revolves around me, needs me. When you said that this structures will shift because of that which benefits the greater good. I think about what is it that is so unspeakable and so holy that we don't feel worthy of speaking it into existence, and kind of how we might be willing to bend the rules and restrictions to not be censored. So I'm seeing censorship. I'm feeling censorship that day. Policy, I'm going to say. Maybe a lift, maybe a tightening. Something in, especially with Aquarius, the vibes of censorship. Might be this big Spotify thing continuing to blow up in a weird way.
I'm going to go the other way and say, without getting too on the political side, I personally see the right or red side being the ones that tend to like policies that, I'm willing to go against principle if it helps my self-interest. And so I see some compromise that some folks on that side will be screaming because it is going to hurt them personally.
Yes. Yes. And Dee and Shine and Dolly and everybody kind of nodding in their own way towards the great knowing, the great I am, moving with it rather than talking with it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. How that's going to be predicted. Write it down, what you're thinking, what your spirit guides are telling you. That's Friday. That's Friday. Okay, 9:40. Here we are. We're moving. We got 20 minutes left, and we still got to do Saturday through Tuesday. We're moving right along. You're doing great, Matt. Everybody in the chat room, keep giving us those insights. I love it. Saturday, February 5th, 252022. Only one thing is happening. Don't get crazy. Just one thing. The moon in Aries, our inner bubbly cycles still on fire, moon in Aries, squaring off with Venus and Capricorn. Venus and Capricorn on Saturday.
Okay, first of all, moon every single day, so this is looking like an emotional week. So get ready. So if you're somebody like me that doesn't like emotional crap, brace yourself. So I'm already thinking I gotta do self-care this week because I don't like playing in that space. But all right, so square is kind of in your face. You have to deal with it. So I've been saying since Venus is in Capricorn, Capricorn is achievement. So I always say with the Venus and the romance, it's romantic achievement. So just be aware that you don't end up being somebody's romantic achievement, i.e. make sure you're not being used. So keep that in mind. And so this is emotion. This is impulsive emotion in conflict with this, romance in this achievement space. So I interpret, and it's on a Saturday, so I interpret this as this could be, I know I'm kind of being used here, but my emotional space in Aries, I'm impulsive at, what the hell, I'll just go ahead and do it anyway. So again, take a deep breath, count to 10, make sure you really want to do something before you do it.
For those more advanced witches who we are really dissecting the alchemy of the 8 frequencies of love, this specifically is Eros plus mania plus like agape minus mind. But no, Venus is in the mind. So we can't say that. It's not minus mind. Minus, I don't even know. Eros plus mania plus agape. And how does that even work? How do you have destruction and fire with mania, but in a way that is wanting to be selfless and alive? How is that going to play
Well,
out?
remember, and this, so I don't get hate mail on this. This is coming from a Cap that, I would say, Scorpios are intense and Capricorns are intense, but the difference is Scorpios have emotional intent. Caps don't have very much. It's an unemotional intensity. It's a very cold intensity. And so here you got Venus in a very cold energy space. So it can be kind of, so I say romantic, but it could be kind of very cold. So you have this impulsive energy and kind of this cold intensity. So honestly, I see this as kind of like a hookup dynamic, but not a not a lasting, not a meaningful dynamic. And so just keep that in mind. I don't see this as finding your soulmate energy on Saturday.
No?
Well, D, I just gotta say,
No soulmate energy on Saturday?
yeah, but I just got to answer D on this, and I'm not offended at this, but I am a bundle of fun. D said Capricorn is not much fun.
Hey!
I am a blast to be around. Just saying.
I love it. They are.
I'm just not the person you're gonna want to like come for like empathy.
Thinking, silent.
I actually empathize, but I have no water, so you're not gonna get like emotion back.
And I think about like my husband and how I think Matt and this dynamic that we share. My husband is like a Taurus, Capricorn, Taurus, like energy, a lot of earth. And I'm a Virgo, and I'm a lot of earth. So this people think I'm a big fat bitch because I work with violent offenders and people are screaming at me all day and saying really offensive things and I seem otherwise untouched and I'm as cold as ice. But really I'm not. Really, I mean I cry and I laugh and I dance and I feel things. I'm real. And Matt is too. I've seen it.
I'm a Cap Libra, which is, I guess, kind of a weird combo because they're square to each other. I have a buttload of planets in Libra, so it's kind of weird. Actually, when you do that Pullman, when you like, what's your strongest sign? Even though my son's in Cap, I actually score higher for Libra than I do Cap, but I'm a Cap because that's my son.
Yeah. So that cold, calm, like it could be the end of the world, and I would wake up and I'd be like, "Honey, it's happening, the end of the world!" And Brandon would be like, "Well, you know what to do. You know where the bags are at. Let's go." Like it would be totally flat, and it wouldn't be anything relative to just that. Like that's pretty consistent. That's great. It's great. It's fine. It's wonderful. Who cares if you can work?
I joke with people, and a lot of people get a kick out of this. I'll just say, I always say I'm like that Kristen Stewart meme. You guys have seen that of that, the emotions of Kristen Stewart, the actress, and it has all the different emotions, and all the faces are like, that's. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yes. But I'm fun.
There's a guy on TikTok. TikTok.
Yeah, I'm a bundle of laughs. You astrology and alchemy like chat room and stuff. We gotta like all go out like to a bar sometime or something. I'm a blast.
Yeah.
You just won't have me crying. I haven't cried since I was like 7.
Cry every day.
That's never gonna happen.
Oh, the guy on TikTok will reinvent the.
Oh, that's so funny.
Kirsten
Teresa said that Cancer
memes.
would run from Matt. No, I'm like a Cancer magnet, and it's like Cancers are like my like missing piece. I have like lots of Cancer friends and stuff, and I really like Cancers.
I have a lot of fire friends. Mine are all fire. Anyway, okay, guys, we're losing.
I think I like Cancers because they have what I don't have. Anyway, let's keep going.
Get focused. Those tears. You don't have any love feeling. No. Sunday. Sunday. It's February 6th. Right? Yeah. Sunday, February 6th. Ooh, the moon moves. The moon moves a little bit. That's really the only thing that's happening on Sunday. Thank goodness, because Monday is fine. Only one thing is happening. 2 things are happening on Tuesday. So Sunday, just that one thing that's moving, the moon, waxing, growing, entering into the sign of Taurus. How about that? Earth energy.
Damn, do we have any day that doesn't have a moon thing in it?
A lot of feelings, vibes, thoughts, dreams.
That's actually
night terrors.
So Taurus, I say stable and indulgent, also kind of stubborn, emotional energy. So this is just this is stable emotional energy, kind of stubborn emotional energy. So you're not going to move. This is not a day to try to convince somebody to do something different because they're going to be emotionally entrenched in their positions. They're probably also going to want to indulge in what will make them feel good. So this is kind of like a comfort food, comfort space, comfort Sunday, whatever that looks like for people. They're going to
Comfortable
want to feel.
day.
They're going to want to feel comfortable, and they're going to be kind of emotionally entrenched.
How do you enjoy comfort without doing? I think would be the question for the ritual, because earth magic and the moon being yin and very feminine, so that nurturing, me, right, passive, introspective, the moon, moving into that Ferdinand the bull sniffing the flower on the hill that people are trying to make be a fighter, and that's just not going to happen. You're not going to make that move. How do you indulge in life and the beauty of life? Gratitude without any yang. That would be the ritual suggestion for Sunday. If you're, working that kind of vibe, what is it that you need to not do to feel better? I'm looking to Pandora. She what you do me, because that's the song I paused. Yes, she does. God, I love the Beatles. Okay, sorry. Let's do the next song. The next song is going to be an advertisement because I'm a frugal gypsy and I don't pay for subscriptions to not hear your advertisement. Instead, I take this time to look at your advertisement and say, I'm not going to buy your product because you just ruined 10 seconds of my life. Oh, snap. This Sunday is what song do you have, Matt?
I gotta go back and say, because I think it's very ironic that the one for Saturday, the Venus one, was Jane's Addiction Stop. So I just want to go ahead and say, when we're talking about impulsive romantic thing, my song was Stop. So today, this one I just got Journey, Any Way You Want It. So again, indulge.
Any way you
Indulge.
want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Me, 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 me. That one? All right. All right. You know it's all right.
I always have this funny memory from that song. When I worked in a restaurant, there was this whole line of cooks when that song was on the radio, and they were doing like the Beavis and Butthead thing. They were all in a row doing the dun, 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 dun. And so whenever I hear that song, I picture these like 5 guys in a row doing that.
I think
Anyway,
of
random thing.
I love that. It's positive. I think of Tom Cruise ruining that Rock of Ages movie, because I'm pretty sure they tried to cover that song, and every song in that movie was great until I saw Tom Cruise, and then everything was ruined. And so I think that song got ruined somehow by Tom Cruise, and I don't even think he sang it in that movie. All right. And I just see Tom Cruise, and I'm like, ugh. It's like somebody kicked a jukebox or something. It's so weird. So I like it that you see cooks dancing, because that makes me feel more happy. I get a song that, again, this is just a reflection of my Pandora, that please God, don't let me lose this Pandora station that I've had for years and decades. And I'm embarrassed to say for how long, because it's an email I don't know how to access anymore, because I was a person different 2 decades ago. And it's Soaked by Benet. She's kind of I think, I don't want to say she's a French artist, but I think she's a French artist, but I don't know. She could probably be from Pennsylvania. Who the fuck knows? Anyway, she's got really wild art. I love her art. When people sometimes see me doing the 2 dots down here, she's in my tribe for doing some of that. And it's all Gestalt psychology. It's a reference to seeing double. It's in reference to perspective and being able to focus. And, yeah, I will do that absolutely on days that I want to have more focus or play on focus. And Benet Soaked is like a very powerful, it's like a very sexy, like, it's like very jazzy. So it's kind of definitely a Sunday song. What are you guys thinking for Sunday? Tell us in the chat room here. We're in the last 7 minutes, taking you into Monday. What do you think? What do you predict for Sunday, though? Anything? Do you see anything happening?
No, because it's stable. Stable and indulgent. Everybody's just going to be chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
It's going to be quiet. So that's my prediction. I do have a prediction, but the prediction is going to be Sunday's quiet. Now watch, there's going to be some huge like earthquake or something, but that's it. If something does happen, it's going to be Earth related because it's in Taurus.
Okay.
It'll be an Earth thing, but
It'll be an Earth thing.
I'm still going to go out and say it's going to be quiet.
Okay. Monday, February 7th. I keep double checking it just to make sure because I thought I was off there for a second. I was off. The moon in Taurus, because it just entered Taurus, so we knew that. But is there a day without the moon? The moon is in Taurus, and that's conjunct Uranus and Taurus.
All right, so conjuncts combined. We already talked about the moon and Taurus, so that's that stable and indulgent, but also emotionally not wanting to move. Uranus is that curveball coming out, kind of, or for like tarot, kind of the tower, the unexpected change thing, which is weird. It's another one of these weird combos we have in Uranus. It's in Taurus, which is again stable and indulgent. So it's kind of this rebellious energy in a planet that doesn't want to move. So I always say it's like rebelling by not doing. So this combination again is I emotionally don't want to move, and so I want to change. So this, I got it. This is going to be passive aggressive energy. This is I'm going to act by not acting.
What is that?
That can play out in lots of different ways, but that could be I'm going to tell you I'm mad at you by not talking to you. I'm going to not help around the house. I'm going to not go into work today. I am going to not get my stuff done on time. I'm going to not call you to see how you're doing.
Ugh. It's the hiding in the hidey hole.
Yeah, it's
okay.
You know the things I even forget. I think there's like a proverb or something to this. It's it's what you do and the things that you fail to do. There's like a prayer in my church and stuff like that. It's that second part. It's the things you fail to do. That's what this is going to be.
Okay.
It's not you're going to not choose to not do things as a way of expressing yourself.
Ooh, expression. Oh, do you know it's Matthew 6:5-15?
Oh, really?
And when you
That's it?
pray, do not be like the hypocrite, for they love to pray standing in the synagogue and on the street corner to be seen by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you pray, go into your room, close your door, pray to your Father, whoever that is, the unseen. And then your Father who sees what is done in secret and what you not do will reward you. And when you pray, do not keep on babbling like a pagan, for they think that they will be heard because of their many words. And do not like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask. That you should pray like this. And then it inserts, of course, if you're Christian.
Yeah, that's the different. This is different. This is like a little
thinking?
this is like a little penance prayer. And it's like, yeah, basically, I'm sorry for the things I've done and the things that I've failed to do, and that's what I'm saying. It's like the second part of it. This is all about choosing something you should do, and you're choosing not to do it. That's what this is going to be. However that looks. I know. My friend is really struggling. I should go ahead and call them to see how they're doing, but no, I'm not going to do that today.
The act of contrition?
Yes.
Is that what we're thinking?
I think that's
the Catholic act of contrition.
I should really know that. I should know the name.
A rite of penance. The act of contrition, which is traditional. Oh my God, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins because thy punishment, but most of all because thy offend thee, my God, who art thy God, deserving of my love, for I firmly resolve in thy help, thy grace, to sin no more, and to avoid the near occasion of sin. Amen.
No, that's not it. Sorry.
No.
Don't worry about it.
We're gonna find it.
No, because we're running out of time, and it's not relevant.
Stay focused. It's gonna bother the hell out of me. You guys, send it to me. No. Okay. Anyway,
it's just that concept of knowing what you should do and choosing not to. That is the energy that I'm trying to describe.
Okay. It's going to hit me. It's going to, the Virgo in me, you'll see me just die. Here we go. The last 2 minutes, Tuesday, February 8th. And two things happen. It's a first quarter moon in Taurus. So it's just that first quarter, that suggestion of a moon movement, a good period to focus on the actions. That sitting on the hill, that patience, that silence, that penance, that earth magic, first quarter, first chunk of it. Take a moment to reflect. But then the second part is Mars in Capricorn, trine Uranus in Taurus. What do you see with that, with those movements together?
So trine is synergy. And so we already had the Mars in Capricorn. That's action. That's achievement action. And we already talked about the Uranus and Taurus is kind of that rebelling by not. So this is interesting too, in that it's kind of that rebelling by not doing, having synergy with achieving by action. So this is that's a really weird combo. So I'm going to say this is actually, again, innovative, because it's not always rebelling. It can be innovative, out of the box, doing things differently. And that's how I see this playing out. I see energies, people acting in very unexpected ways. And so if you really want to, like look for people behaving very out of character, maybe some big innovative, some big, very unique, some big light bulb type ideas might come into people's brains on Tuesday. But I expect some out of character behavior on Tuesday. I also expect something on the prediction space. There'll be something very out of character that happens like on the world stage. Something that's going to catch people off guard is going to happen on Tuesday. There'll be some big. We'll probably be talking about it at our show. There'll be some big news thing on Tuesday.
This is so interesting. So I work, in forensic counsel. We've been talking about meditation and premeditation, coercion and coaxing. There's these subtle differences between a push and a pull, and understanding that yin and yang and where it is on the touch continuum that you can stop yourself because something might just need to stay a fantasy versus a reality. And in the space of Mars and Capricorn, something that you're doing that you've thought about doing for a long time, but then some weird meteorite that falls from the sky, that is this light bulb Iron Man moment that allows you to completely act out of character, like a Bruce Wayne Batman moment, that will still align with integrity because it's Capricorn and Taurus together, two earth things. It's going to be rational. It may not make sense, but it will add up. Sense that don't add up. Rational energy that maybe doesn't feel or feels strange. It's still full of integrity. The intention is good, but there's a wonkiness. It's gonna be a strange vibe. So as we finish up here, I'm gonna play my Pandora, see what we get. Any final questions? What do you get, Matt? What do you get?
I was laughing at Rock's comment about don't buy a car on Tuesday.
Don't.
Yeah.
Because you might win one on the way home at the gas station when you pull a lottery ticket.
Well, ironic, and if people know the lyrics to the song, it's really bad. But my one I got from Monday was "Down by the River" by Neil Young, which is just kind of funny because of all the Neil Young stuff out there right now.
Yes, holy shit!
Well, I don't do Spotify. I'm Napster, but which actually was Napster was I got this. It was like I think it was Spinner 7 years ago, and it just or 20 years ago, and it keeps buying. All right, what's my next one? That's a weird one. Camera Eye by Rush. I don't know what that would. Lyrics of that would be to apply. So some of mine don't work out, but it is what it is.
I think they always work out because I write them down, and I'm in hindsight. They're more hindsight, which I love. So for mine is Amy Winehouse, which is interesting because when I think Amy Winehouse and I think of eclectic and weird and strange and kind of a vibe that's different, she was that way, but still classic. She had the eyeliner, the Marilyn Monroe vibe, but like trashy. The song that's being played is "You Know I'm No Good," which is one of my favorites as far as karaoke goes. You know I'm no good. You know I'm no good. which I love because I had written down irrational energy that feels off. The intentions will be good. I'm no good. That's interesting. It plays on the word no, which is going to be very important this month, this week, for boundaries, for love, for action, for that Mars energy, for the emotions this week. And guys, it's going to be emotional. A lot of moon movement means tears, menstrual cycle, pheromones, cortisol levels, dreams, waking up feeling strange, intuition, deja vu, things like that. Dream on, said Shine. I covered that back when the Boston Marathon happened, and it was really strange because I had this. We were doing predictive stuff, and weird things happened. Weird, yeah. So anyway, I don't know how you feel about this week, Matt. What do you think? How do you sum it up?
Honestly, I'm dreading all the moon stuff. The fact that today wasn't a very good day, and now I have all these moon things ahead. So
it goes direct.
Yeah.
Mercury's going to go direct. It's going to feel so good on Thursday to have that communication back. Things are going to pan out. Things are going to start moving. As long as the intentions are good, you don't need to worry about your Kleenexes. You're not crying over anything, but
I won't cry over anything. But it is funny. I'm going to call it just like the Virgo part of you doesn't like having the date wrong or any of those things on this. The Capricorn part of me that doesn't like anything criticism. As Dee had said, you protest too much on the humor thing. I didn't like being told that I'm not fun.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that sad? Isn't that fun?
Mm-hmm.
Just that introspection of how it makes you feel. You're fun. We're lots of fun.
Yeah.
We're the funnest. We're the most fun. But I will tell you, the Virgo in me is going to just absolutely crumble if we do not find that penance prayer of the things I've failed to not do and the things I've done and things I've not done, the road less taken and less traveled. Good God, help me find that. You guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you'll join us next Tuesday. I hope that you will check out the Autumn Moon Astrology and the Sunday Night Dead and the Paranormal Channel and some other things that are going to absolutely be coming to fruition this month as we put out amazing news. Do not miss it.
And a quick ad, D, you did trigger me. It's just I'm just saying, it's all cool.
It's fine. He's human.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's real.
Because I don't show emotion, so I have to say it in words.
Even he has feelings. He just told us he did.
This is the upset Matt face, and this is the I'm so joyfully happy Matt face.
That he is. Look at how hurt he is.
The 20 emotions of Matt.
Don't you see? I love the Kirsten Stewart. I'm never going to be able to unthink that about you.
Yeah, I could do the same thing. That's me. Just this.
I can't even right now.
I'm fun but hollow inside. There
I'm
you go.
empty. Anyway,
emotionally empty but fun.
We're so much fun. We're the funnest. You guys, I hope you'll join us next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central. Please let us know your comments, your thoughts, and also know that we're empty inside and we don't give a shit. So we do. But we can predict your future. And if you'd like a reading, a cold-hearted, cold-blooded reading with no emotion at all.
It's interesting when I'll do that. Like some people go like, "How do you take your coffee?" I'm like, "Black like my soul."
Black and dead.
Black like my soul. And they'll be.
Yeah, we could give you a psychic reading like that Dick's restaurant and be like, "Listen up. You want to fucking know what's going on? Here's the dealio." Just let us know. We can give it to you hard and cold, like revenge. But no, anyway, we prefer not to be that completely heartless. So join us next Tuesday. We hope you will, and bring a friend and bring coffee and warm our space with your presence. Until then, guys.
Which I'll just quick say, my quads turn 21 on next Wednesday. So it'll be the day after our next show, but yes.
Can we have 4 shots? Are you going to be giving them shots? Are they going to do something?
We're going to go out. We'll do something on both, yeah. But we'll do.
Oh my God! Even if it's pickle juice, if they're not going to drink, you got to make them do a shot of something. Oh. Anyway. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good night.
Talk to you later. Bye.